My spoiled cousin took my cat without my permission and insisted it was hers. Now, her parents are threatening to press charges because I stole my cat back. My cousin took my cat and claimed it as hers. Now her parents wanted to sue me, so I took them to court. So I have a beautiful brown cat, Midge. She's still a baby and is 10 months old. I found her outside of my work when she was about 2 to 3 months old and immediately fell in love with her. We've had the best time together, and her being my first pet since moving out makes me even happier. My cousin Tanya, 15, visits me a lot since we live in the same city, and I enjoy having her. She also really likes cats, but since her father is allergic, they don't have any at home. She really loves coming over to see Midge, and I'm glad to be able to provide her with Midge's presence. School recently started, and before I go back to full-time student, I've been having to work almost 45 hours a week to afford my lifestyle for the next couple months. Since I was busy, I let her have the responsibility of taking care of Midge, such as feeding her, cleaning her little box, etc. It was going really well, and I didn't have the chance to take her home since I was going to be at work. I gave her my spare key to lock up and scheduled an Uber to take her to her house. When I came home 8 hours later, Midge was gone. I called Tanya and she swore Midge was home when she left. But after a couple hours, my brother called asking when I gave Midge to Tanya. I was confused and he sent me an SS of Tanya kissing Midge on her Instagram story. I knew then she blocked me from being able to see it and was shocked she would do this to me, as well as lie. I had a spare key to their house and went right over and took Midge back when they weren't home. When I got home, Tanya called screaming at me over the phone telling me I broke into their house and stole her property. I laughed and asked how Midge was hers. She told me since she took care of her, she deserved her since I wasn't home, and she had to save Midge. Her parents were also pretty upset since I did go into their home without permission and told me I didn't deserve Midge from what Tanya told them. They told me they decided my uncle will take allergy medication for Midge and I needed to give her back. Of course, I said no. Tanya ended up calling my mom, lying to her that I abused Midge. My mom called angry, telling me how I could do this to Midge, and if I don't give her to Tanya and her family, she will disown me. Tanya texted me this weekend that if I apologize, she might forgive me. Her parents have been texting me all weekend they'll press charges since I did go into their home, and will take Midge then. I don't know what to do. I love Midge so much, and my mom gave my aunt and uncle permission to go to my apartment and take her. I know this cause Tanya texted me this, I'm assuming to scare me. I am. I'm so scared one of these days I'm going to come home and Midge is going to be gone again. My brother and dad think I am an a-hole since I did go into their home without permission, and acting out without trying to solve it maturely. So, am I the a-hole for stealing my cat? Edit. I called and left a voicemail to my landlord and giving a brief explanation to the situation. I am upset since I asked for him to change the locks and he refused. Legally, he was able to since as a college student my mom's name is on the lease and he needed her permission. Of course he called and she refused. I'm scared she's gonna come tomorrow, but I do have a friend I can drop Midge off before work. Edit 2. I set up an appointment for Midge to get microchipped this Saturday on my day off. Update 1. My landlord still refused to change my locks. Despite all this, this morning Midge was taken. I called my aunt and uncle and they just laughed and told me, try, we can hire a good lawyer. I called the police and explained the situation, showing proof I had ownership of Midge. When we went to my relative's house, police asked for her back, but of course they refused. What made me even angrier was my cousin inside the house, door open holding Midge with a shit-eating grin. Even though I had all this evidence, my relatives slammed the door demanding a warrant. Police suggested I press charges and take it to small claims court. I am, but they couldn't do anything right there. Going home without Midge was so upsetting. I had to pull over because I started crying. I contacted an attorney and my cousin keeps posting photos of Midge on her Instagram. I took the situation to the family group chat in anger and good news at least. Everyone hates them now. My grandmother wrote my uncle and his family off the will, and of course, they're calling me threatening me with Midge, and they'll make sure I go to jail for all this. I'm fairly confident in myself, but I would be lying if I wasn't more concerned with Midge. I just want my baby back and I've been crying all day. Screw you, Tanya. Update 2. I just want to say Midge is home. Small claims court came around and my attorney was very confident and helped me out so much. She was very helpful and knew from the start we would win. I provided the judge with everything. Photos of her as a baby, proof I have paid for all vet bills since she was a baby, and proof I had Midge chipped. We have been NC since the case, and they have been silent, most likely embarrassed. To end this on a good note, I wish I could have taken a picture of Tanya's face when she handed Midge back to me.